Happy Saturday, members. Jason here. I got a impressions video for you today for John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. If you don't know who John Carpenter is, you're probably Gen Z or whatever. I'm Gen X. John Carpenter made a lot of influential movies during my generation. Big Trouble in Little China, Halloween, Escape from LA, Escape from New York, and In the Mouth of Madness. Anyways, his name is on this game, Toxic Commandos, and it's a first-person shooter. I like to, if you guys remember Left 4 Dead, it does have some of the vibes of Left 4 Dead. Developed by Saber Interactive and released March 12th, so that's a few days ago, and published by Focus Entertainment. Now, Saber Interactive, they have the Swarm engine. And their games are basically can have thousands of enemies swarm. It's pretty cool, right? If you play World War Z, you would understand about the Swarm engine. I played that game, and also recently, like a year or two ago, played Space Marine 2. So Saber Interactive aren't amateurs at developing games. They're not new at this, so to speak. And this game is I'm having a blast with it. It's an online co-op first-person adventure game. And basically, you're trying to cure yourself of a disease that this guy pretty much he created this whole world with this. It's like a bubble, and everything's infected, and all these monsters and zombies and all type of crazy, insane shit's going on in this bubble. And this thing is in USA. I'm assuming it's USA, some part of USA. Anyways, you play like one of four commandos who are infected, and you can unlock various class abilities with each one, like a healer, support, and a striker, which throws out magic, lightning, and fire and stuff. So yeah, his name is Leon Dorsey, and he's basically the guy that is at the center of the story. He creates these vests for the commandos to stay alive. So you're basically doing all this dirty work for him while he's sitting back. I don't know if the guy's a good guy or a bad guy, but he's very involved with what's going on with the Toxic Commandos and what the missions they're trying to complete and everything. So basically, the game reminds me a lot of Left 4 Dead. There's acts and chapters. You go in. You can match make, or you can play solo with bots or whatnot. You complete a match. There's cutscenes, intro cutscenes, and there's post cutscenes. So there is a story. Definitely tied to each mission. Definitely tied to what's going on in the progression. There's a story progression here. Each match about 25 minutes, maybe 25, 20. And there's these meta things that you got to do. Like sometimes you got to collect things, sometimes you got to kill things, sometimes and there's a big part of the meta game within Toxic Commando is that vehicles. You got to gas up vehicles. You got to certain vehicles got strengths and weaknesses, I guess, accordingly to what they are. Like an ambulance or this Maverick Humvee tank that has a winch on it, which is very important. I wouldn't even play this game without the Maverick vehicle. Winch to pull off doors, to get game story related explosives. You gotta have certain vehicles to do certain things, and you find vehicles throughout the semi open world map. There's mud, there's terrain, slows you down. You could go fast or slow depending on the terrain. Plenty of guns, plenty of customizable options, and in between each mission, you at what's his name, Leon's camp, or Leon's base. I'm sorry. You can customize the look, the feel, and the abilities, and the weapons, down to attachments, down to sights, magazines. There's all types of things you could for SMGs, shotguns, assault rifles. There's special weapons. So yeah, it is a first-person shooter, but the game it doesn't feel as good as say Left 4 Dead because it's an engine thing. This engine is about swarming and chaos. If you ever played Days Gone or World War Z, you understand this game has hundreds of zombies and infected and creatures running at you all at the same time, and you got to defend a certain spot to complete the mission. It gets chaotic, but it's fun as hell. There's all types of infected. They look crazy. There's collectibles for currency, so you can, after the mission you can buy attachments. You could buy things for your preferred character or whatnot. There's 4 characters. They're all different. Voice actors, actresses, and stuff. Got that 80s cheese vibe, but cheesemo, corny dialogue. I like stuff like that because that's what I grew up. I grew up with watching Arnold Schwarzenegger saying one-liners in movies. So, that's the culture and the vibe of Toxic Commandos. John Carpenter, after all. If you ever watched a John Carpenter movie like Escape from Mars with Ice Cube, you would know that his movies have a certain specific vibe to it. So yeah, the game's great. I don't know what else to say about this game. Played it on an Xbox Series X. It's fun. It's fun as hell. I want to keep playing. I'm actually playing it right now, uploading videos and stuff. Yeah, you can look at some of the videos. I probably uploaded a couple dozen videos for Toxic Commando. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando on Jason's Video Game Source, YouTube, and on the website. But yeah, man, I mean, the classes are very different. The weapons feel different. Everything, it's just not as, say, crisp and fast and smooth as like the Left 4 Dead games. But this game definitely has its own vibe and feel, and it's fun. To me, the main thing with these type of co-op games is fun factor. If they're not fun and they're not exciting, they're not challenging, like, you don't want to play them. This game has like the boxes ticked for me when it comes to these type of like co-op, multiplayer co-op, player versus environment. There's no player versus player in this, which is what I love. It's player versus the environment only. And these are my type of multiplayer games, if I'm being honest with you. So, yeah, I might review this game. There's so many games that I gotta start playing and make videos for and everything. Hopefully I'm gonna come back. This is definitely a fun game. That's all I can really tell you. It's fun as hell. People are learning it and they're getting in. Really starting to, like me. I just beat first two acts. Each act is like a story, basically, with meta game missions and cutscenes and everything. So it's a great game. It's $49.99 too, I believe, for all systems. I'm not sure if it's on the Switch too or not, but I know some PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. So yeah, man, John Carpenter's still kicking it, man. This is a good game. I don't think he had anything to do with making this game, but his name is on it, and it does. I think he composed the music for this game too, I believe. So it definitely has that vibe to it, to a John Carpenter vibe to it. It definitely does. So if you're into these type of games, if you're itching for a Left 4 Dead, or you love World War Z, you like first person shooters, and you like cheesy cutscenes and cheesy dialogue and stuff, and lots of driving around, and the vehicle is metadata. It's not a big deal, but it's meta like a gameplay mechanic. Vehicles are a gameplay mechanic. You gotta refuel the vehicles. You gotta fix up the vehicles, repair the vehicles, and there's types of vehicles that do different things. Like some heal your party, like an ambulance, or the Maverick. That's more for like utility in the opening up doors and unlocking, blocking roadblocks and stuff. And there are different vehicles on the maps and stuff. Yeah, there's a map button where you can actually see the map, and there's all types of little things you can focus on, like supply crates and special weapons and whatnot. So yeah, the game's great, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's $49.99. The whole key to these type of games is it going to be supported? More maps, more story, cutscenes, more weapons, more commandos added. That's the whole key to this game, really, is how it's going to be supported. But early on, man, I'm having a blast with it. So that's about it, members. Also, if you get a chance, make sure you check out my brother's streaming at Bobby Vegas Gaming. He's the best streamer on YouTube and Twitch and whatever hell else he's on. He's the best. So check him out when you get the chance at Bobby Vegas Gaming. And that will conclude my impressions for John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Later, and have a good weekend. Today's Saturday. Enjoy it. Later.